Hey everybody, how are you? Joe's Velosophy number 2. It's only the last time, I don't know how many of you have seen this, but my first Velosophy channel, first emission, was about my books and my writing, my permaculture magazine article, and I mentioned the few books I've written too about the bicycle world. But anyway, well, this in this world, my philosophy has always been, cycling just brings a joy, a happiness. The simple bicycle, the two-wheeled machine here, uh, just it's just simplicity in motion. You just kind of pedal those pedals and you move along. You could do a short distance. You can go shopping. You can go to a local cafe and have a coffee. You can go around the world. It's an amazing thing. That's what I love about the bicycle. Uh, and my permaculture magazine article that I wrote about permacycling, seeing the world through permacycling, was all about connections. My first book, Cycles of a Traveler, is about synchronicity and meeting people and how the bicycle brings you to a level that people understand. You're not on a motorized vehicle, be it a motorcycle or in a car or in a self-contained camping vehicle. You're out there in the elements. You will put a tent up in their backyard, take a little bit of space, and people invite you, and they feel you just feel more open to the world, and the world feels open to you. At least that was my experience. And I wrote this article about in Permaculture magazine about my trips and my voyages, and a woman who read it, who happens to be an English woman who lives here in the south of France, she read the article, and her dad just passed away, and he was a lifelong cyclist, and she wanted to give me his two bikes, and this is one of them. It's a beautiful bike. It says, I'll get me coat on the top tube there. And it's made in Britain, so there was a connection with this bike and me already, because I used to ride with a club in Britain, and I saw a lot of guys riding Pearsons, and there are other bespoke bikes, hand built in that country, which is the tradition is alive and well. And I even know a frame builder down in Weymouth, which is great. And when I didn't know that was the bike she was going to give me, she just said, "I'll have my dad's two bikes. I'd like to give to you." So Angie and I decided, okay, we looked on the map. We said, "Oh, it's not too far. We'll make a camping trip out of it." And we showed up, and I don't know if any of you read my blog about it. If you visit WordPress, the Bike Guy 61 at WordPress.com, and you look up "I'll Get Me Coat," it's a story about this wonderful meeting with this guy who started out life with a big behind the eight ball, shall we say. He was born in 1936, a Jew in northern France, and I don't have to repeat that history, but he was the only one who survived of his family, and he carried that with him his whole life. But his bicycle gave him that happiness and freedom, and that's what I hope a lot of you people do. Get on your bike, get out there and ride and do it. Just take advantage of that lovely vehicle you probably have hanging in your garage, be it an old one or a brand new one or a mountain bike or a trail bike or a road bike. There's so many ways to get on that machine and pedal around and see this wonderful world that we have, because we do have a wonderful world. Uh, and if you want to take the attitude that the world is an illusion, it's a wonderful, beautiful illusion that we're living in. And if you want to take it as this is the only reality we have, well, take a look at the reality and look beyond the politics and beyond all the man-made stuff. You can hear the birds in the background right now. I'm looking out on a plethora of lovely trees and blossoms coming up, and of course the bird song. And there's a little stream next to my house, and these are the beauty. These are the things that we have to look to. And Michelle, the man I wrote about the blog, he was given this hat by a cycle club rider, which was his, I think his daughter's partner's son, who rides an island with the club, and gave him this hat. And so she gave me the hat when she gave me the bikes and a few other little bits and pieces. His bikes were too small for me to ride, but I've incorporated some of his parts, a set of wheels, for example, on a bike that I use quite often. So now I take Michelle with me, and my daughter. This happens to be a custom fit bike for my daughter. So, and she's a keen rider, and she loves it, and so now she is taking it. So we've taken, and he gave us a kind of an everyday sort of bicycle, and I lend bicycles here, and I do a ride. So yeah, that bike will be well used and lent out to people who need a bike once in a while, maybe to go shopping or whatever. So his spirit lives on. All of our spirits live on. The world, we do affect each other in many lovely, wonderful ways. I'll Get Me Code is a lovely blog. It recounts that story, and it just hopefully gives you the passion that we all have to live life and not get bogged down by everything that's happening around us in the political world and everything else. Those, yeah, can we escape them? No, but we don't have to invite them into our lives all the time. We don't have to live by those problems that the man-made world has created. We do, everyone has nature near you. Get on your bike, take a bike ride through the woods if you have to, or go find a country lane if you can, quiet of traffic, and just get out there and enjoy everything this world has to offer on those two wheels. So if it's raining, get on your coat, as the bike says, I'll get me coat. And if it's sunny out, just put on your cycling hat, put on a helmet if you so desire, but get out there and let that wind in your face and those two wonderful wheels just being propelled by that little chain and pedal and crankset. Just go on and enjoy. So everyone out there, get on your bikes, enjoy, and let's have a philosophical day and a philosophical month.